everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bethany. I'm a homeschooling mom, and today's video is going to be all about morning basket. And if you're wondering what is a morning basket, a morning basket looks different in every homeschool. Some people do it, some people don't. But for me and my home, this is how we do morning basket. So it is this giant crate of things. Some people do a morning basket as that's themed. Other people use it to kind of gauge all those other subjects that you really want to hit with your kids, but you don't want to actually make a subject block for. All the things. And some people don't even do it in the morning. They end their day with morning basket, or they do it at lunchtime. I start our day with morning basket because I really felt like our days were just really hard to get going when we would just like jump right into like our hardcore studies. So I really liked incorporating a morning basket. It was a gentle time for us to we sit down either at the table and eat breakfast and do a morning basket, or we'll sit on the rug in our homeschool room and do the morning basket together in our calendar time. So I really liked starting out with that. So my morning basket really stays the same throughout the year. There's some wonderful, awesome mamas that change it every month or with the seasons, and I don't really change that much just because I'm a creature of habit. I like what's in my morning basket, and I really didn't want to change it. Now, I would say our morning basket really mostly has to do with memory work, Bible and character, and we do some like art and music and some things like that. So let's get right into it. What's in my morning basket? Now, I will say we do not do all of these things all the time. I try to hit at least one of these, like each thing is being hit once per week. Sometimes it's more than that, but at least it's we're getting to it. So down in my morning basket, I have some American Sign Language black and white cards. This is the alphabet, and then I also have the numbers 1 through 9 in here. And my kids are learning sign language, and we just add a little bit each day. So I have those cards in here. The next thing I have in here are, there's the number cards. And then I also have like these just like kind of quizzing cards to let's talk about the author, just about a book, the setting, who, what, when, where, why, who wrote it, what's an illustrator, things like that. So we can just go over the parts of a book. Also in here, I have some Hooked on Phonics math. The cards go with the CD, and they are just the addition problems, and I have the whole through subtraction problems as well. I will be adding the musical multiplication by The Good and the Beautiful to this as well. I just don't have it over here right now, but right now we're still working through the addition and subtraction, so once that's ended, I will add that in. I also have these famous painting cards by Usborne. I will link all the Usborne stuff below, but it just has like the picture of the painting in front, and then in the back it just talks about who painted it, when they painted it, where they painted it, what it's made of, where you can see it now, and then just some things about the card or about the picture. It's just like a little mini art study without getting too in depth, and it's already there for me, and I don't have to like prep a ton of stuff. I have several different books in here. One is 365 Manners Kids Should Know, and we just go over this. I don't go in order and do one every day. If I feel like we need to like sit on one for a little while and really discuss it, we'll do that, or we'll just kind of like move through it. So we're just working our way through that. I also have for music appreciation, this is the kindergarten through second grade music enrichment by Memorial Press. All their playlists are already on Spotify, so I just pull up the playlist, we listen to the song, it tells you who the composer was, and then a little bit about it, and a question for the kids to answer. So that's an easy way for me to get art appreciation and music theory in as well. Like I said, the rest of these things, well, I got two more things. I also have the Christian Liberty Nature Readers. We just work our way through these. The kids love these nature readers. And I also seen The Good and Beautiful just came out with the nature reader, and I really want to pick it up. We also will do like poetry. This is the Child's Garden of Verses, and I just kind of read through these as we go. When it's going to be a heavy reading day, I will bring out sticker books for my kids. So these are Usborne sticker books. This is a Little Sparkly Princess sticker book. This is the Little Mermaid sticker book, Build Your Own Monster Truck, and Build Your Own Robot. And the kids can do like sticker book, a page, while I am doing some type of reading. Because I also keep in here, I'm going to show you for character, the Book of Virtues by William J. Bennett. And I also have the Moral Compass by William J. Bennett in here as well. And so when I'm doing a reading time, they can do those sticker books. We also be going through a hymn study. I love the hymns for a kid's heart. These are no longer in print, so you kind of have to search around so you don't get price gouged. But I do have this one, and the only thing I do switch out is during Christmas season, I switch out the other hymns for a kid's heart, the Christmas Carol ones, and they are Christmas Carol. So it will go through, it has a CD that comes with it, and we've been working through Amazing Grace right now, and so it has a story about the man who wrote Amazing Grace, and then it will also have what it means, what that hymn actually means. It has the entire hymn and then a verse to go with the hymn and a little prayer for your heart to go with it. So we're working our way through that, learning the entire hymn, and that's how I use hymn study. We are also doing, our current Bible study is from Not Consumed Ministries. This is My Brother's Keeper. I know this is supposed to be, let's see, it has like a little parenting card in it. It's not a very long study. I think it only supposed to be like a 20-day study. But I got the primary, which is for the younger kids. And instead of like just rushing through it in 20 days, we just take our time through it. We read little sections at a time. And we're just talking about, getting along with our siblings and why God created family and things like that. And it also comes with some little cards for Bible memories verses, and it does come with a printable parenting sheet as you're going through it. So we're working our way through that. I do recommend. I always keep a Bible in here. Right now, the Bible I have is my first hands-on Bible. My kids love this one, and we read Bible stories with it. It always has some type of hands-on activities. So as you're reading through a story, you'll see they come across a little hands-on option, and we'll jump to the green hand, and it will tell you, put one hand behind your ear and say Samuel, and raise your hand in the air. So it just like gets the kids interactive with the stories so that they keep their attention and learn the stories. I keep one of these answer books in here from the Answers from Kim Hammond, the Answer Book for Kids series, and I will just ask a question that's in here and answer it, and then we just kind of have an open discussion. One of our new additions this year, which I'm super excited about, is I Have Heard the Good News Today, and these are all gospel stories for children, and there are some, it says stories from the Bible, early missionaries, the good news in Europe, the good news in India, the good news in China, good news in South Asia, Japan, Taiwan, Africa, the good news in Latin America, North America, and then there's a conclusion. And they have just sketch pictures with some of them. And I'm really excited. We've started reading some of these stories, and it's just good to get this into your kids' heart, the missionary work that's going on around the world, not just here in our home. To go along with sign language, I have my sign language book that I took in college, and so I can just reference this and help the kids with that. Now, We do read aloud time, like I said. So when I'm reading something like the good news, other than the sticker books, I will also have these fingerprint activity books for my kids to do. And they can just be on one page. This is the cats and dogs. And so it will just have activities for them to do. Fingerprint lots of bubbles around these dogs having baths. So they can just put their finger in the wet ink pads and give the dog lots of bubbles. There's different ones in here. Give the Dalmatian spots, things like that. So they can be doing those as well while I'm doing that. Sometimes I will say, hey, draw a picture about what I'm reading. Sometimes I'll have them just do their handwriting, whatever, if it's a heavy reading day that I want to get through. And then I've created my own Bible and character book. It also has a morning basket docket of all the resources that I'm using, and anything that I do add to our morning basket, I will put here just so I can keep track of the resources that I'm using. In this, I have our, let me cover this up. I have our morning basket memory work. And it has everything that I think that I ever want them to remember. So we'll be working through that probably for a couple of years. But just memory work, things that I think is important, stuff to fill in the gaps. What's the president? What's the just different land forms, the capitals and states, branches of government, parts of speech. What else do I have on here? All the presidents, the Bill of Rights, the Lord's Prayer, the Armor of God, the Star Spangled Banner, our address, the books of the Bible, just tons of stuff that I think is important for kids to know. I also have bought all of the Kids of Virtues parenting cards, and I just pick a card for the month or a card for every 2 weeks. I've been doing a month just so we can really just meditate on that virtue. And I have printed off the free coloring book, so the kids usually, when I introduce it, they usually color the child the first time that I introduce the virtue, and then we just kind of bring it up every day that we, cycle through this. Hey, how have you been helpful? What is something that you did? This one is being helpful, and it says, I'm not selfish, lazy, or unwilling to serve, and I don't have to be asked. I find things that need to be done and I do them. I am helpful. So, and it has a Bible verse to go with it. And so the kids will we'll create examples for them to be helpful. They get to share their helpful time and encourage one another in that. I also print off for free. Focus on the Family has Kids of Integrity, and those are free, just lessons. They're nothing for kids on there, but they're a whole lesson for parents to put together. They have parents' prayer, they have crafts, they have Bible verses, things to reference about that character or attribute that you're trying to hit home for your kids. So I have several of those printed off, and as I introduce a new virtue or character trait, I will just print a new one off. And so I don't have them all printed off, I just print as I go. And then from Character First, they have free downloads for families, and I just, as I go with a new virtue or character trait, I will also print theirs off. What I love about Character First is I would love to get their whole character curriculum one day, but I love that they pair an animal with the character trait, because my children love animals, and it's really like when we did attentiveness, it was about a deer, and so they're really into hunting and they kind of know a lot about that. So I was like, what does a deer do whenever it hears you? And it sits up and its ears go up. Okay, so it's being attentive. So whenever you're in school and you're supposed to be attentive, you should be sitting up and your ears should be up listening for me teaching you, So it's really cute. They have all types of activities on there that are printables. Something I really love, so this was the attentive one that I had. Something I really love about them is that they always have a living story to go along with that character trait, and it's usually always a historical person that's going displaying that character trait in their daily life, and so I really do like that. The last couple things that I have in here are I have the books of the Bible, and that is the coloring book I got from Answers in Genesis whenever we visited the Creation Museum. It comes with coloring pages that look like this, and it will tell you the book of the Bible that you're in, the author of that Bible, author of that book, when it was happened, how many chapters are in it, what are the key people in that chapter, the summary of it, and a little bit about what that book has to say about God. And so just a little summary of some theology for the kids. For me, I really enjoy working through this. They're also memorizing the books of the Bible as we work through this. So I'm excited to continue on with that. I also have just some printables that I've laminated for, this is for Easter, and then I have a folder back here that just holds different printables and different activities that I want to get to. So that's really all I keep in here, and I have some paper just in case. All the kids have their own folders. I don't have them out right here, but they do have folders with all the printables for the Books of the Bible coloring book, the Virtue Kids coloring book, and then any other concepts that I've printed stuff off. I just fill those folders up and I will get them out whenever it's time. For us, like I said, we do not do all this stuff every day. We always hit something that has to do with character. We always hit something that has to do with Bible, and then we will do one or two other of the extra things that are in here. And if I'm going to read, I only read like something heavy on like the gospel stories, or I'll do just the character traits, because I only section about 30 to 45 minutes of time for a morning basket, and I don't like to rush through it, so that way I only pick one or two things that we're actually going to be really diving into. But I love morning basket, you guys, and it's changed over the years when I first started to what we do now, and I'm going to continue to just pour into this and have like that one-on-one time with my kids, get them in the zone for school. So if you do a morning basket, let me know if you guys do one down below and what you guys put in it. Is it themed? Do you do like what I do, Bible and character? What do you do with that? And then let me know, and I will conversate with you guys down below. If you want to know where I got any of these things, also ask me below. I'll try to put links into the description box as much as I can. And yeah, have a good day, guys. Bye.